So I'm here, I guess, to give an update on J20 and what's going on with that around nationally and also with DC. Thank you so much for giving us the update of what's happening out west. That's a totally critical part of it. I guess, you know, there's not a whole lot to update you on since the last time I spoke, which I guess was about a week or two ago. But I just kind of wanted to reflect on, like, what has happened since I last talked to you, and also just how maybe, you know, like, I've been thinking about things and how it's sort of working out on the ground there. So as revolutionary Marxists, we don't view history as a single static event or even like a series of single static events happening at random or separate from one another. People don't go from accepting a newspaper at a rally to just standing at this podium like right away. You know, there are lots of things that happen in between there. There are lots of different things that happen, people that you meet, experiences that you have. Relationships are built and cemented, reinforced, or sometimes even abandoned. But also experiences and lessons are gained. As revolutionary Marxists, we examine the conditions to the best of our ability, consult with one another, and then put our shoulder to whatever grindstone we need to in order to push things forward as we are with the knowledge that we're on the right side of history. So I've been involved with other comrades in planning the resistance that will happen on J20, but I would probably be a con man or a snake oil salesman if I were to tell you that I know exactly how it's going to work out. What I can tell you, however, is that so far, amid a sea of Democrats, social democrats, and people from other tendencies, I believe that under the banner of J20 Resist, that the party and our allies have made it very clear that we've positioned ourselves as the revolutionary socialist contingent that's going to be present in DC to show people some of the stuff that we've been putting out as like propaganda to different people that's been taking off on social media that people have appreciated, which I think actually really like clearly delineates us from everybody else who's going to be out there in the streets. I mean, first and foremost, like, we're out and proud communists, we're out and proud, like, revolutionary socialists. We're unashamed of our beliefs. Like, we know that we're on the right side of history. And at the same time, nowadays, we see the youth and we see oppressed people and working class people proudly carrying the banner of revolutionary socialism into the streets, not just online, but also into the streets, even if it's in an organized way. And I think that, you know, with this, we're trying to rush to support them. The one thing that I do expect also to come out of all of this, as you've all noted in the last year or two, is that there will be like an increase in our ranks. As we move to the next phase of struggle, people will definitely remember, especially under Trump, this nasty monster of a man, people will definitely remember that the flag that was hoisted over the Reichstag after the liberation of Berlin was a revolutionary socialist flag. It wasn't the American flag. It wasn't the capitalist flag. It was definitely the equation that, you know, communism kills fascism. That's the natural enemy of a communist, right? So these youth they're carrying these banners in the streets, and they're looking for guidance and for learning from the elders and from the previous experiences. Nowadays, when we go online, things seem to move so quickly and so fast that we can almost forget about what had happened 2 or 3 years ago, you know, especially with Syria. I mean, I don't know, I'm sure that you get it too, but it's like, didn't Libya just happen? Did everyone just forget about what happened with Libya? Did everyone forget about what happened with Yugoslavia? Does everybody just forget so quickly nowadays? And so a lot of the youth, I think they miss out on that experiential learning, that ability to step back, as I was saying earlier in the address to y'all. This here is the twitter.com/J20 Resist page, which has less than 100 tweets, but already has 258 followers, and I only really started tweeting on this like about a week ago. What I would like to show you, however, is some memes that me and Andy and Maddie and other comrades have come up with to be able to spread the word. So this can kind of give you an idea of where we're going with this here. Hang on just one second. We'll start here when it loads. So this one says, can everyone read this? It says, the bullets their cops fire at my community. Oh. All right. I'm moving. Here we are. The bullets their cops fire at my community are my protest permit. And a picture of Black Lives Matter here, march here, and then the webpage j20resist.org. We have my low pay, stolen wages, and dangerous working conditions are my protest permit. And we have a Fight for 15 sign. The anti-LGBTQ attacks on myself and my friends are my protest permit. We've got actually a really cool picture of an old Yoff banner here for Stonewall that we used, yeah. The bombs that rain down on Middle Eastern and African peoples are my protest permit. Then we've got the second round here. And we also have another round coming out. I know that a lot of people have, but we've got their racist lying textbooks and impossible tuition costs are my protest permit to connect with the students. So really, because it's a serious thing. Governments and corporations stealing sacred lands is my protest permit. Transphobic laws that criminalize our existence are my protest permit. Cops using water cannons and dogs against my people is my protest permit. And so on. So these are just some of the sorts of ideas that we're trying to roll out here to get the message across to all the youth. And I don't know if you'll notice here, but the first set of memes, which we did, I guess it was yesterday at about in the middle of the night, has already got 173 retweets and 211 likes, which is actually pretty good for an account that only has like 250 followers on it. Yeah. So it went viral. We were like, let's make this go viral. Let's totally make J20 go viral. So, where was I? Right. So inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the anti-gentrification pushback, the water protectors at Standing Rock fight back against ICE raids and the tireless efforts to battle imperialism despite the fake news that we've all been dealing with for years. Inspired by all this, we are going to be in the streets in 15 days now. Right? So we're all going to be on the ground there, and people are going to be looking to us for guidance. People are going to be waving around those flags of revolutionary socialism and looking for people to sort of help them, to guide them, and I think that we all need to be prepared for that. As dedicated cadre, we'll be reading the mood of the people around us. This is also going to be an opportunity for us to see where these youth are really at, where the movement really is, not just about how people are how far people are willing to go in order to try and shut down this inauguration, but also a true picture of what opportunities there are for unity within the movement, at the same time. So I'm just going to wrap it up here. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. It's not thrilling, but I just do want to say that last week, the average viewer rate for the webpage j20resist.org, which has been up for about a month or so, was about 200 people a day. Right? Now, in the last 2 days, that's been up to 800 people now, right? So it has just suddenly, after the new year, all of a sudden people are waking up and they're saying, well, I got to plan out my situation. I want to figure out what's going on for J20. And I think that as we grow closer to that date, which is only really 15 days away now, that interest is also going to expand and increase exponentially. So, like I said, if there's anyone who wants to get involved, please come and speak with someone about it. You can speak with me, you can speak with Sarah, you can speak with Nate, who's also been doing incredible work on it. And we'll try and get you plugged in. So yeah, that's about it. Anyway, go to the work as well. Oh yeah. So sorry. Imani is making me be practical. So the buses will be leaving here at midnight on January 20th, right? So if you haven't already, you need to please go online and buy your bus ticket and sign up on this really neat form that we have that was inspired by one that I think Imani put out for the DNC or the RNC, just to give us some basic information so that in case anything happens, like, someone's got your back, because that's why we go out in a group like that anyway, right? So you can go online to j20resist.org. There are two parts. Well, I'm not going to do this. There are two different pages where you can buy bus tickets from. There's actually the second option on the website now is tickets to DC. So you can go and register. People that you know can go and register. The bus tickets, I think, are about like $30 or $40. It's not too prohibitive. I think it's $25 here on a fixed income. So please feel free to go and sign up so you can get a bus ticket while we still can. Also, we want to make sure that if everybody goes home right now and signs up and our buses are full, that maybe we can look into getting more people out there. So anyway, yes. Build a workers' world. And please share with everybody you know this website, j20resist.org, and the memes and everything like that.